Hello, people. How's it going? Well, first of all, I did find after doing some research that you can find Michael Shera's complete short stories on the Kindle, Amazon Kindle. So those who are interested in his short stories of science fiction, sports, and/or historical fiction, you can find his complete short stories on there, and also individual stories too. But there is a complete thing on his short stories. I have never used Kindle. I don't all my books, all my reading material is hard. Just had to notice that I'm off. I don't think I am. But anyway, it's not that I understand the usefulness of Kindles. I understand the availability of a lot of things for a Kindle, the easy access for a Kindle. I get how easy a Kindle is to use. I like the smell of books, people. I love the smell of books. I love the feel of books. I love books. I love the idea of having my own library, which I have created 4 times. This is the fourth library I've created in this room. But I like having books. I like having physical copies of books and material because I just like having them. There's nothing complicated about it. Yeah, I mean a Kindle is okay. I mean you have all these books and all this reading stuff on a tablet that you can put in your in a backpack. Well, I can put a book in a backpack. What's the difference? There's nothing really different about it except you have more on that Kindle, which it's a machine. Machines have a tendency to cause problems, and for which I do not wish to have any feelings with. I've had friends who've had Kindle and they don't seem to be overly happy with them. It's just another thing. I watch these people and they talk about how wonderful the Kindle is one week, and the next week they're telling me that well the book they were reading is gone, or it's been taken away, or something. Not always, not all the time. Just it happens more often than not, and I don't like that. I like being able to go into a used bookstore, mostly half price books, and look around at all the books and try to find things that I either wasn't looking for or was looking for. I love half price bookstore. I can spend a long time in there just trying to find something that's older. I like trying to find books that are older than me, which is always fun. I'm 60, but I do find them on occasion. Um, I understand the practicality of it. I understand the usefulness of it and the convenience of having a Kindle. I mean, you're not. It'll probably take a lot of work to find the Michael Shera complete short stories in book form, but you can't find it on the Kindle. I would like to find the book form. I'm sorry. I would like to read some of his short stories. Now, granted, I can find on Kindle to read those short stories, and I can find at least one, I think, short story that's published in paper form or book form. But I want all the short stories. He sounds like an interesting guy. I mean, he does. I keep bringing him up because I just did a video on him, but I'm using him also as an example. I use also my Bantam War books. You're not going to find Bantam War books anymore outside of a used bookstore. And when I go to a used bookstore, believe me, if I find one, I buy it. I love the Bantam War books. They do a great job on the First World War. And then there's the Job War books, which does the First World War. They're hard to find because they're out of print. There aren't any. You're not going to find them on Kindle. At least I don't think you are. I mean, I probably could look, but that would spoil the whole idea. But it's nice. It's a cloudy gray day today. It was raining a while ago. I mean, I like going. What's funny is I rarely ever buy new books. I rarely go into a bookstore, into a Barnes and Noble, to buy a new book. I go into them constantly because I like the cafes, but I don't buy a whole lot of new books. But I would say that 99% of the books I own are from used bookstores, half price bookstores, books I found, and Goodwill. I like books. I simply like them. I like having them. I don't know what it is. It's psychological. I know it's hoarding probably. It's pack radism probably. But I like the idea of having my own library. And granted, yes, you can have your own library in a Kindle. But it's not the same thing. I'm in the wrong century, people. I am in the wrong century. I am a well, not this century, or the last century, man, trapped in this century. I mean, I like my books. I like collecting them. I know it drives people crazy, and it gets kind of crowded in here with all these books, but I like them. I'm sorry, the Library of Alexandria is not going to happen to my library. Well, this library. The other three were, well, we will not discuss that on this video, even though we could. See, I like searching for books. I like looking for older books. I like looking for books that are out of print. I like trying to find books that are recommended. And I want the book. And I know it's psychological, and I know it's probably silly to some people who worship at the shrine of Kindle. Okay, they don't really worship at it, but I'm telling you, some people just are a little too Kindle happy. I mean, yeah, they're good. It's not a book. Okay, look, I'm gonna put it this way. I would rather when I'm at my work, I have a book with me. Everybody else is on their phones. When it's slow, I'm sitting there reading while I'm waiting for something to happen on the belt, to do something on the belt. I'm sitting there reading a book. I'm quite well known for the guy who's reading while he's at work, which entertains the employers, and both of them quite amusingly. But I'm not a phone guy. I think that's why the Kindle doesn't interest me. I don't carry my phone everywhere. I don't take it everywhere. I'm not constantly on it. I don't need to be constantly on it. I don't have a whole lot of people I want to talk to, and if they want to talk to me, they can text me. I don't talk a lot on my phone, which is probably why Kindle doesn't interest me up to a point, why it really doesn't make it more convenient for reading. Because I don't want to sit there holding this thing with a Kindle. It just, the phone literally has become an interruption, an inconvenience, and it's just people just mindlessly look at those things. And I'm sorry, I've watched some of these people, and I'm not sure they're there. They're gone. And with a book, you can't do that really. There's an interaction with a book to me. Now, granted, that's me. That's my own personal way of viewing it. But I like the feel of books. I like collecting them. I like having them. I like hoarding them. I enjoy just finding a book that I didn't think I was going to find. I enjoy trying to find books I used to read as a kid. I'm not sure you can find the book, William Steig's book on Dominic, on the Kindle. I can find it in a paperback, a book. I like books. I know I'm repeating that a lot, but I'm trying to get my point across. I'm not a Kindle guy. I'm just not. I mean, I understand the usefulness. I understand the convenience. I understand that, it's in there. It's not going anywhere, hopefully. So I think I've read way too many stories of people having something on their Kindle or getting something via Kindle, and all of a sudden it's gone. I doubt very seriously I'm going to find this on Kindle. Okay? I'm sorry. I don't think so. I can look it up, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to find this book on Kindle. Dragon Hunter, Roy Chapman Andrews, and the Central Asiatic Expedition, in association with the American Museum of Natural History, my favorite museum. It's a good book, by the way. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to find this book either. And that's kind of my point. Kindle is great for books that are just kind of well-known or popular. You're not going to find a lot of the Penguin Classics on Kindle. If you do, would somebody please tell me you can find some of the Penguin Classics on Kindle? Please tell me. I would very much like someone to explain to me or show me where I'm wrong. That's fine. I'm still going to do the book though. I think my problem might be one of the problems is the phone has become such a time wasting, mind sucking device to the point where people can't seem to function without having that thing in their hand and looking at it and walking around like zombies. You can't walk around like a zombie with a book. I'm sorry, you can't. You can try to prove me wrong if you want. That's fine. I look forward to someone proving me wrong that there's a difference between looking at a book and reading it and just staring at a computer screen. I get the convenience. I get it. I get it. I get it. There are some people just don't have enough space. I don't have enough space, but then again, I'm not trying to. I like all my books. I get the convenience, as I keep saying, and I think that's. I'm not worried about the convenience. I like looking for the books. It's almost like a treasure hunt to me. It's almost like, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I'm looking for the Ark of the Covenant. In this case, a book that's out of print. I love finding books that I have heard of, and they're out of print, but I found it. I mean, I found a lot of books that way, all four of my various stages of libraries. I like used books. The last new book. I mean, literally, the last new book I ever bought was from Barnes and Noble, and that was The Life of H.H. Holmes. Yes, the serial killer, which is a good book, by the way. It's over there somewhere, I think. No, it's not over here. But anyway, that was the last book I bought at a real bookstore. Well, Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Noble is still my favorite bookstore. Well, used bookstore. And I loved it when the one in Harmar Mall, Roseville, Minnesota, had the used bookstore in the back. That was fun. That was cool. They really don't have that anymore. It's sort of been downsized to, unless you know what you're looking for and you are willing to really hunt for it, you're never going to find it. I will though say one thing. I do have one pet peeve about used bookstores is people putting books or shelving books into subjects that don't even come close to what the book is about. I don't know how many times I've found a Napoleon in Gray, which is Beauregard book is the American Civil War, in the Napoleonic era. That's not the Napoleonic era. Anyway. It is one of my pet peeves. I will go through used books and I will find books in places I don't understand. Just look at the cover of the book and it'll tell you where it goes. I know I'm off topic. But that's kind of the fun part of a used bookstore is finding books. Sometimes you'll find a book at a place, and I've done it, that's just, oh, this is interesting, I'll read this. I'm a bookaholic. I just can't help myself. I can't go into a bookstore without at least buying something, anything. I don't care. I mean, most of my books are about, I'd say about 90% nonfiction. Maybe a little less, but about 90% nonfiction. And, fiction is the other one. I'm just not a big fiction guy. Fiction guy. I like fiction. It's okay. It has its uses. It's like Kindle. It has its uses. It's just not high on my radar of things I care about. Up to a point. I mean, I have my favorite authors. I'll always have my favorite authors. I just like bookstores, people. I like used bookstores. I like used books. I like buying books. I have a problem. I'm a bookaholic. I have a serious problem, which I do not wish to be cured of. Thank you. But anyway, I'm done rambling. Used and new books, yes. Kindle, I'll put it right there. That'd be nice. I'll put it right in the middle. Nothing wrong with Kindle, people. I'm not criticizing the Kindle. It works for other people. It works for certain people. And certain people like it. It's convenient. I'm not one of those people. So if you like Kindle, that's good. Great. I just never have really warmed up to the Kindle. I've thought about it. It was a quick thought, went away real quickly. But I have thought about it. So, but anyway, I'm going to end this at 15 because I was surprised I talked that long. Um, like, share, comment, subscribe. Behave yourselves, people, because you know I'm not going to. Why does the color keep? Some reason the shading keeps changing. You know? Anyway, that's my problem, not yours. I will see you later, people. Behave yourselves.